Hey guys, this is Root Dog coming to you from Hesperia, California. It's 10:30. Took me an hour to get out here from West Covina, but it's Saturday, and I was expecting rain this morning, but I got up, it's bright and sunny, so I went for a ride, last minute thing. Yeah, so it's already 10:30, but I'm just going to go up to the mountains from Apple Valley, and we'll check out the snow. Maybe I can drive all the way through and come back down through Big Bear and San Bernardino, yeah, and head on back home. But yeah, I'm going to take the dirt road up the backside. But check it out, it's nice and clear and bright out here. Alright guys, it's 12 o'clock, 12:06. I'm up here at Big Pine Flat. Yeah, Big Pine Campground is right over that way. Nice and sunny. The road was fairly easy. Muddy in sections, but I made it all the way in two-wheel drive, driving very carefully just to see how far I could get. And yeah, I had one little hill I had to put it in four-wheel drive because I was sliding. So not a whole lot of snow up here, but I can still gain some elevation if I go that way. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I just stopped to look around. The snow's melting right now, but I'm sure tonight it's going to freeze back up. So you want to be out here before it gets dark. Well, hey guys, I'm on my little SJ Cam 5000. I've got the GoPro mounted on the up above the windshield on the Tacoma back there. But I decided to pull off the highway here, or off the trail. Have a cold one, enjoy the weather, do a little walk around. It's just awesome out here, I think, anyway. Freaking great. Beautiful. So first off, hey, the truck does really good, and I think why this truck does really good without lockers, any locking diffs, is that the traction control kicks in two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. You just got to know how to use it. I know a lot of guys don't like it. But so far, hey, I drive nice and easy. I don't try braking my truck. There's two ways of driving. There's a lot of power, just yeah, spin the tires and stuff like that. Or you just cruise it. Yeah, it's four-wheel drive, man. I should be able to crawl over anything here. As long as you got momentum. There's no need to spin a lot of wheels, put it to the floor, a lot of power. All that setting you up for is for something to break. Because when those wheels do spin and they eventually catch something, there's a shock load that goes from the wheel through the differentials to the transfer case, and it's only a matter of time before something breaks. Learn that lesson. I've learned that lesson already. There's no need for all that wheel spin. So I've got a lot of places in this Tacoma, and the only reason that I can figure why it does so good is because I got that electronic traction control. I don't have to give it a lot of gas. You just back off the gas and just keep your momentum up, and it will switch braking from wheel to wheel. It'll brake the wheel that's spinning, so the power will go to the opposite wheel with traction and keep you going. And it only works at a certain speed. Above a certain speed, it's not going to work. And it does not work in four-wheel low. I've been in situations where I figure, okay, four-wheel low, that traction control will work. And I've had more problems in four-wheel low. I've had more issues because the traction control doesn't work. So, what else can I tell you? It's beautiful out here. This area has burned before, but as you can see, many of the trees survive, which is cool. This is pretty much a natural, this is naturally what happens out here. When there's a forest fire, these trees will survive a small forest fire. But when it gets really hot, you know, they end up like that over there. And typically they end up like that because there's a lot of dead brush underneath the trees. I mean, the brush is growing too thick. And it just makes for a really good fire. It just cooks the trees. Here, the lower portions are burnt, but the top survived. And there's a lot of new growth going on now. And that's another thing. Forest fires are actually good to a point because it allows new growth. These small new trees cannot grow if they're all crowded out with brush and weeds. We've got little pine trees growing all over the place. And that won't happen if it's packed full of brush. See all the dead brush here? Also, from what I hear, the pine cones carry the seeds for these new trees. And it takes a fire, what do I know, but from what I read somewhere, it takes a fire for the seeds to come out of these pine cones. And once they do, the seeds just stay here and wait for a rain. So if we don't have rain, we don't get no new trees for a while. There's a full-grown pine falling over here. Don't know why that's falling like that, but get the idea? I mean, stuff like this gets really thick back here. But once it all burns out, it starts growing new. This goes to show you don't need all that stuff to go off-roading. Just think about it, be smart. Learn how to use your truck. Learn the capabilities of your 4x4. And this is a perfect example. This is a perfect place to do it. The snow isn't really extreme. It's just a little muddy. You're gonna get your truck dirty. You're gonna get the inside of your truck dirty because I got mud on my shoes. But you know, that's what's expected when you come off-roading. Don't be afraid to get dirty. At the same time, you don't want to break your truck. You don't want to get stuck. Be prepared. Play it safe. Yeah, so let's see what's coming up after this. I think I still got a couple more miles before I hit Fawn Skin. And I got to air up my tires again. And I'll hit the road from Big Bear Lake Arrowhead down to, I forget the highway, but we'll get it down by San Bernardino. It's way better coming up this way, through the dirt roads, through the fire roads. Especially after a good snow and a good storm. Because that way is the highway. On the highway, you're going to get a lot of traffic. Skiers, tourists. Sometimes if there's chain restrictions, the highway patrol will stop you halfway up the mountain. Make sure you got tire chains. And that's happened to me twice. And it's like, that really sucks, because I checked before I left the house. It said 4-wheel drive's exempt. The officer says, nope. Doesn't matter, you have to carry chains. If you have a 4-wheel drive, you don't have to put them on, but you have to carry them. Where's your chains? So that kind of blows, because then you got to go all the way back down the mountain. And I've done it before. I've driven all the way back, out back towards Apple Valley, to come back at the backside, just to go back down through Big Bear. So, just something to think about. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of traffic back here. It's cool when it does snow. This is a perfect place to take your family because there's nobody back here. Got guys like that tearing up the road. I wish somebody would give them a ticket, you know. There's another one coming. There's no need for that. You can do this easy. Tears up the trail for the us 4-wheelers who like coming back here. Because before you know it, they're going to ban all 4-wheelers. They already ban off-highway vehicles back here. You cannot ride your green sticker off-highway vehicle back here on these trails. Only on the designated trails. For that particular reason, that's why you cannot drive a Rhino back here, or side-by-side they call them. You have to stick to the designated trails, street legal vehicles only. So that's it. I'm going to head on out of here. I'll turn the GoPro camera back on if there's anything good to see. I don't know. We'll find out.